it's such a significant point of living a true and authentic life. Talk about that. Was that something that you always had, where you always kind of followed your heart, or even growing up as a child, was it something where you were a person that, as a little kid, that just followed your heart and just lived passionately through there? Or what was it like? What was it like for you?
Okay, so that's a fun question, because I've always been in the like motivational and inspirational side of things.
Mm-hmm.
And so weird, when I was going through a bunch of stuff, I don't know, it might have been a couple of years ago, I found this file of all these papers of motivational sayings and inspirational sayings. And
Okay.
it was a file I got when I was probably in high school that I put together from a track coach I had, because she would always give us these sayings.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like that's where my heart's always been. And I didn't realize it. Like, I wouldn't listen to that part of it, right? I mean, I knew it was always there, but I just wouldn't listen to it until the last several years. Like all of a sudden it was pushing me in that direction to follow that part of my heart, my soul, my dreams, to like motivate people, inspire people, have them wake up in the morning and just want to take on the day, even though they're having a bad week. Because we can do that, right? It's all in our perception and our thoughts. Absolutely. Just because something bad happens to us doesn't mean we have to go into this downward spiral, or at least not sit in it. You can have your moment, but then pull yourself out and know that, you know what, you should be pretty grateful for what's around you. You have a roof over your head and clean water and all the little things. You just got to remember the little things. So
that's so dope. That's so dope. The gratitude part of it, right? Always something to be grateful for.
Oh, for sure.
It's so funny. Whenever I go to yoga in the morning, there's a guy there by the name of Daniel. And, we'll be changing to go into the studio. And he always, without fail, Andre, tell me one thing that's good. Tell me one thing that's good. And it literally just both of us getting into that vibration of gratitude. It just lifts everything. It lifts everything. And that's something that's free and easily accessible to everybody, right? No matter what we're going through, it is always available to just be grateful for it. I remember when my kids were little, we used to, and this is a challenging time for me too, because I had gotten laid off. My son was only maybe like 5 months old. My daughter was 2. And so I had gotten laid off from my job, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to stress through this thing. I'm going to be grateful. And so we got these gratitude journals. Remember the little black and white composition journals from school? I thought I needed like one of those big fat pencils to write with it. And I'm sitting there right before bed. I would go around the circle. What are we grateful for? And, it would just be something simple, just going to the park and going for a walk. I remember one day I asked my son, I asked my daughter what she was grateful for. She was like, biting. I was like, oh, always something to be grateful